Yeah, we just took a 4 multi-event people. We're the only D2 at the meet, so it was a D1 invitational only, but they let us bring some of our best heptathletes, pentathletes. So Esther finished in second overall. Destroyed our school record by like 500 points. She's a stud, doesn't really have a weakness, very experienced. So that was good to see. Good to see her get through that healthy and get a #1 mark in the nation. And then Fraun, he just got here in January, so to see him do that, 5,400, that'll put him #1 in the nation, and he'll only get better. Nicholas, solid, but he's already in the national meet from UCCS, so he's just young, 18 years old, just trying to get him some experience against some big competition. And then Mara, our other female, we just decided to hold her out after high jumps. Her ankle's been bothering her. We didn't want to ruin anything for conference. So really good weekend. Got two of the things we needed to get done. So 2 for 2. Got them to nationals, and we'll move on this week. Big week at Boston for distance, sea level, pacers, people running fast, crazy times all over the place. And then the rest of the group will be at Tech, and we'll see what we can do there and get everybody rolling. And hopefully we can continue to get better. And then after that, we don't have anything till conference. So this is our last meet before conference.
I was going to mention that, this is the final chance. If guys aren't into that, getting their national marks, this is the week to do it.
Yeah, this is a big week to do it, and we're pretty good shape national-wise as far as marks, but still have some guys that need to get it done, and some guys that have been sick and not at 100%. So I'm looking forward to seeing them run Friday and Saturday. And then obviously you got conference too, which emotions are higher, a little more sharp, mentally focused because you're competing for medals and competing for team championships and individual championships. So still got a couple good opportunities. We're lucky we're at Albuquerque for conference and not at another place that's like we were at Oklahoma a few years back and couldn't really get the marks we needed on the flat track. So we should be in a good spot. We're pretty good health-wise. Just stay healthy and be ready to roll.
At this past meet, you said you guys were the only D2 competition.
Yeah.
Obviously, what an honor it is to be invited and to be able to compete, but how important is it for these athletes to be able to compete against these D1, athletes that are very good at what they do? How important is it to have that competition going into these conference meets and then hopefully, national championships?
Yeah, I think it just puts them on a stage where they're competing against the best, and then it brings out hopefully the best in them. Just like our younger athletes that haven't competed very much, it's nice to get them against some of the best athletes in the country, and then that way they're just gaining that experience and more exposure to big championship meets and things like that. So it was a great weekend. We represented ourselves well, and hopefully we can keep getting invited to the meet and keep going and keep doing well. So we're adding to the meet, and we're bringing good kids there. So I feel good about our relationship with that staff and that meet.
Well, not only are you getting to go, but you're competing well as well. You're getting top marks and competing alongside the best in the country as well.
Yes. So that's always important. Same thing this weekend. It'll be a stacked meet with D1s and D2s everywhere, and D3s, NAIA, JUCO, especially at Boston. All the best distance runners in the world, pros. So it'll be a fun weekend this weekend. Hopefully we can get some things check marked. And we do have an 800 guy that hasn't run the 800 yet. And he's running, Emil. He was #1 in the nation last year at D2. So we'll see what he can do this weekend. He's healthy, ready to roll. So he's a big one this weekend. And then just a couple guys in the 200 and, just a couple girls that we haven't even opened up yet will run this weekend. So it'll be a big weekend for us. Hopefully we can do something.